Okay, let's look at our redo for today. So the first one says, which of the values does not represent y equals x plus 4 5/10? Now it's important to notice here that it says the word not, so I'm looking for ones that do not match this equation, y equals x plus 4 5/10. So let's start with 1, start with f. This is my x, so I'm going to add 4 5/10 to each one of those to see if it matches. And remember, I'm looking for one that does not match those values. Okay, so let's start with 1. 1 plus 4 5/10, so I see I'm going to add 1. Now that's one whole unit, so I'm going to go ahead and just over here to the side, I'm going to go ahead and add that up. But remember, when you're adding decimals, you need to line them up. So since that's 1, I'm going to add a 0 behind it. So that's a 5 in my tens place. Bring down my decimal. 4 plus 1 is 5. So I see that this is correct. I'm going to go ahead and check another one. 1 5/10 plus 2. And again, that's 2 whole units, so that's 2.00. I'm going to go ahead and add my tens place. I have a 5. Bring down my decimal. And in my ones place, I have 4 plus 2, which is 6, so that is correct. And the pattern is going to continue. So 3 plus 4 5/10 is 7 5/10. That is correct. 5 plus 4 5/10, that's 9/10. So all these values are correct, but remember, we're looking for one that's not. So this is not correct because it is equal to 4 5/10 plus x. So let's try G. So we have x here, and we're adding 4 5/10 to each one of those values. Okay. All right. So for a G, we have 4 plus 4 5/10. Remember, that's 4 whole units. So in my tens place, I have a 5. Bring down your decimal. 4 plus 4 is 8. So this should be 8 5/10. So I see that this is incorrect. So this is probably going to be the correct answer because they're not equal to y equals x plus 4 5/10. So let's double check that. Let's put a little check next to it just to make sure. We'll check the other ones. So 4 5/10 plus 2. That is 6 5/10, so that is correct. Then we have 4 plus 4 5/10, that is 8 5/10. 5 plus 4 5/10, that is 9 5/10. And 6 plus 4 5/10, that's 10 5/10. So this one is correct, therefore it's not our answer. Alright. And then for G, I see I have 1, so plus 4 5/10. That's 5 5/10. 3 plus 4 5/10. 7 5/10. 7 plus 4 5/10. That's 11 5/10. 9 plus 4 5/10. That's 13 5/10. So this one again, this one does represent y equals x plus 4 5/10. So this one cannot be our answer. So G is our answer since we're looking for one that is not. Alright, let's go ahead and look at our next problem. So it says the table shown represents the rule y equals x plus 1 5/10. Which table contains only values that represent the rule? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at our values here. So y equals x plus 1 5/10. Okay. So when I have x, I'm going to make my own table here. When I have x as 0, if I put 0 there, I have 0 plus 1 5/10. So if I add 0 to 1 5/10, and I'm just going to show you here. Okay, 1 5/10, so that's 5. And in my ones place, I have 1. And bring down your decimal because you're lining up decimals. So when x is 0, y is 1 5/10. Okay, so I can go ahead and eliminate A because I see that y is 0 here and y is 0 for B, so I'm going to eliminate those. So I'm left with C and D because those both have 1 5/10 here. But now let's look at both of these. They have 1. So let's add 1 5/10 and 1 to see what we get. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 5/10 plus 1. But remember to line up your decimals. So that is 1 whole unit. So that means my 0 is in my tens place. I'm going to bring down my decimal here. And in my tens place, 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. So when x is 1, y is 2 and 5/10. So in this case for C, I see that it has 3. So this is not correct. Now D, I see 2 and 5/10. So that means that D has to be my answer.